Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. David Thompson. Before we dive into the science today, I want to tell you about Martha. 3 years ago, Martha walked, or rather, shuffled, into my clinic in Chicago. She was 64 years old, but she moved like she was 90. She was clutching her husband's arm, tears in her eyes. She told me, "Doctor, I've already looked at the local nursing home. I can't get up the stairs. I can't play with my grandkids. My surgeon says it's bone on bone, and there's nothing left but a total replacement and a lifetime of pills." Martha felt like her life was over. She was terrified of becoming a burden. She was tired of the side effects of ibuprofen, the stomach pain, the brain fog. But Today, Martha is currently hiking the Appalachian Trail with those same grandkids. No surgery. No heavy narcotics. How did we do it? We didn't use a miracle drug. We used a method that 97% of my colleagues overlook because it doesn't come in a blister pack. We addressed the internal corrosion happening inside her knee joints by removing 4 specific cartilage killers from her daily routine. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what those 4 foods are, the science of why they are melting your cartilage, and how you can reclaim your independence just like Martha did. But before we begin, I need to know who I'm speaking to. Knowledge is only powerful when it's personal. Right now, I want you to pause and go to the comments. Type your age, your primary symptom, like stiff morning knees or stabbing pain, and your pain level on a scale of 1 to 10. I read these comments. They help me tailor my future advice to you. Now, listen closely. If you've been told your knee pain is just genetics or the price of getting older, I am here to tell you that is a half-truth. While age plays a role, the speed at which your cartilage wears down is dictated by a deficiency in key protective nutrients and an overload of specific dietary toxins. It's not just wear and tear, it's an internal chemical reaction. I've been a physician for over 30 years. I've seen the healthcare system shift from helping people heal to simply managing their decline with prescriptions. My mission with this channel is different. I want to empower you to live independently through scientific nutrition. I've treated thousands of patients, from high-performance athletes to postpartum mothers whose joints felt like they were loosening after pregnancy, and the results of these nutritional shifts are consistently more powerful than any temporary injection. Are your knees actually in trouble, or is it just a passing ache? Let's do a 60-second cartilage health audit. Count how many of these apply to you. 1. The morning lockdown. Do you spend the first 10 minutes of your day limbering up because your knees feel like they've been glued shut overnight? 2. The Rice Krispies effect. When you squat or stand up, do you hear a distinct popping, cracking, or grinding sound? 3. The weather vane. Can you feel the rain coming? Do your joints ache when the barometric pressure drops? 4. The post-sitting stall. After watching a movie or sitting at your office desk for an hour, do you find it difficult to take those first few steps? 5. The staircase enemy. Do you find yourself taking stairs one at a time or avoiding them entirely because the descent feels unstable? How many did you get? Comment that number below. If you answered yes to 2 or more, you aren't just tired. You are likely suffering from chronic microinflammation and ischemia, reduced blood flow, of the joint capsule. Your cartilage is a living tissue, like a sponge. When these symptoms appear, it means the sponge is drying out and becoming brittle. The first food, or rather, ingredient, is something almost everyone in the modern world eats every single day. I call it liquid sandpaper. I'm talking about highly processed seed oils, specifically soybean, corn, and cottonseed oil. Take Robert, a 58-year-old software engineer. Robert sat for 9 hours a day. His knees were constantly swollen. He was eating healthy salads, but dressing them with store-bought vinaigrettes loaded with soybean oil. Within 3 weeks of swapping his oil, his swelling dropped by 40%. Why is this so damaging? It comes down to the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. Seed oils are packed with linoleic acid. Think of your joints like a well-oiled machine. Healthy fats are the lubricant. However, when you flood your system with omega-6, your body produces pro-inflammatory molecules called prostaglandins. In your knee, this acts like pouring sand into a bearing. It triggers the release of matrix metalloproteinases, MMPs. These are enzymes that literally chew up the collagen fibers in your cartilage. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that patients with high dietary intake of omega-6 fatty acids showed a significant increase in cartilage loss as measured by MRI over a 4-year period. Throw out the vegetable oil and canola oil. Replace them with extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. Dosage: aim for 2 tablespoons of raw olive oil daily. Important note: do not cook olive oil at high heat, smoking point. Use it for finishing or light sautéing to keep the antioxidants intact. Look at your pantry right now. Does your salad dressing have soybean oil as the first ingredient? Tell me in the comments. Next is the cartilage glaze. This is high fructose corn syrup and concentrated sugars found in healthy yogurts, granola bars, and sodas. I remember Elena, a 52-year-old woman who had recently gone through menopause and was struggling with postpartum-style joint laxity that never went away. She had a healthy habit of a fruit smoothie every morning, but it was loaded with agave nectar and sweetened yogurt. Her knees felt heavy and stiff. This is a process called glycation. Imagine you are making crème brûlée. When you heat sugar on top of the custard, it hardens into a brittle crust. The same thing happens inside your body. When sugar levels are high, the sugar molecules stick to the protein fibers, collagen, in your cartilage. This creates advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, a very fitting acronym. These AGEs make your normally bouncy, flexible cartilage brittle and prone to cracking. It's like turning a flexible rubber band into a piece of dry, brittle plastic. Research in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatology, 2020, demonstrated that higher levels of AGEs in the synovial fluid, the fluid that lubricates your knee, were directly correlated with the severity of osteoarthritis. If it has more than 5 g of added sugar per serving, it's a knee killer. The time: if you must have something sweet, eat it after a meal containing fiber and protein. This slows the sugar absorption and prevents the glazing effect. Note: avoid diet versions too. They trigger insulin responses that can still lead to inflammation. What's your guilty pleasure sweet? Let's find a healthier substitute together in the comments. The third food is what I call the fire starter: refined white flour, white bread, pasta, pastries. Susan, 67, loved her morning toast and afternoon crackers. She thought she was doing well because she didn't eat meat. But her knee inflammation markers, CRP, were through the roof. Refined flour is essentially a sugar delivery system without the fiber. When you eat white bread, your blood sugar spikes instantly. This triggers a massive release of cytokines. Think of cytokines as alarm bells. In a small dose, they help you heal. But constant spikes from refined flour keep the alarm bells ringing 24/7. This creates a state of oxidative stress. It's like molecular rust forming on your cartilage cells, chondrocyte, preventing them from repairing the daily wear and tear. The Lancet published a landmark study in 2019 showing that a diet high in refined carbohydrates significantly worsened the Western diet inflammatory profile, leading to faster joint space narrowing in the knees. Move to slow carbs. Swap white pasta for quinoa or wild rice. The combo: if you do eat bread, always dip it in balsamic vinegar and olive oil. The vinegar, acetic acid, significantly lowers the glucose spike, protecting your cartilage from that cytokine fire. Have you noticed your knees feel stiffer the morning after a big pasta dinner or pizza night? You aren't imagining it. Finally, we have the shriveled sponge. I'm talking about processed meats, deli meats, sausages, bacon, that are high in both sodium and nitrates. Thomas, 61, an office worker. He ate a deli turkey sandwich every single day for lunch. He complained that his knees felt tight and swollen by 3 p.m. every afternoon. Two things are happening here. First, the high sodium causes systemic edema. It pulls water out of your cells and into the spaces between them. Your cartilage needs to stay hydrated to be bouncy. When you oversalt with processed salts, your cartilage cells, chondrocyte, literally shrink. They become like a shriveled sponge that can no longer absorb shock. Second, the nitrates in processed meats produce nitric oxide radicals, in an unhealthy way, that contribute to the breakdown of the joint lining. A 2021 study in the Journal of Orthopedic Research found that high-salt diets led to the premature senescence or aging of cartilage cells in lab models, making the joints appear decades older than they were. Use whole proteins. Roast a chicken on Sunday and slice it for your sandwiches. The salt rule: use Himalayan pink salt or sea salt in moderation at home, which contains trace minerals, and avoid the hidden salt in packaged foods. Best time: eat your highest protein meal at lunch to give your body time to process the nutrients while you are still moving. Do you check the sodium content on your lunch meats? You might be surprised to find a single sandwich contains a whole day's worth of cartilage-shrinking salt. My friends, your knees are not destined to fail. They are dynamic, living parts of your body that want to heal. To summarize: 1. Stop the sandpaper. Swap seed oils for olive oil. 2. Stop the glaze. Eliminate hidden fructose to prevent AGEs. 3. Extinguish the fire. Replace refined flours with complex grains. 4. Rehydrate the sponge. Ditch the processed deli meats. If Martha could go from a nursing home prospect to a mountain hiker by focusing on these changes, so can you. It takes patience, usually about 6 to 12 weeks to see the full cellular turnover, but the results are permanent and drug-free. Final advice: don't try to change everything tomorrow. Pick one of these 4 foods today and commit to removing it for 1 week. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel. In our next video, I'm going to share the 3 golden foods that actually help rebuild the lubricating fluid in your knees. You won't want to miss that. Would you like me to create a specific 7-day meal plan for you that incorporates all these joint-saving principles? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Dr. David Thompson. Stay healthy, stay independent, and I'll see you in the next video.